thank you so much for joining us for another episode of the Answers Uncut. It is your girl, Melissa.
And it is your boy, James here.
And today we're going to be talking about a very interesting topic circling around marriage.
So, before we start, we're going to do our subscription shout out.
Yes, drum roll.
All right, Miss Kiara Wesley, we appreciate you, girl.
Thank you so much for tuning in and participating in our Facebook Trivia Tuesday. And just thank you so much for being a part of the Ansah Squad. We appreciate you.
All right, so what are we going to be talking about today, Miss Melissa?
We're going to be talking about a very interesting topic. As we all know, COVID-19 has affected so many people, so many families. But today we're going to be focusing on a particular niche of people that have been affected by COVID-19. And that particular group are the people that are like us. The people that are engaged to be married, who have planned a wedding, and they have reservations and invitations that have went out, and attire, dresses,
and have had to
tuxedos, and have literally had to place all of that on hold or halt or just canceled altogether due to the unforeseen circumstances that we're all dealing with right now. So we're just going to be talking about a couple of questions that we want you to kind of engage in. So if you are a part of that niche, comment below. Tell us, have you gotten married through everything? Have you postponed it? Have you canceled it? How have you maneuvered? How have you and your partner maneuvered through this crazy COVID-19 chaos?
Because, I mean, we've had friends that were, looking to get married, had invitations and all, and they had to cancel everything because of everything going on. So you never know when, things are going to open up. So that's why we got into an interesting conversation about, what will we do? Or what are we doing moving forward? How are we going to have a wedding? Because we wanted a wedding. Yeah. But, with everything going on, you can't have a lot of people grouped together. So it's like, all right, how do we maneuver? So that's why we're talking about this topic today. And
another interesting situation that we kind of got into when we started asking ourselves these questions, where we were like, well, what's important to us? What's important to our marriage? Like, is it between me and him and God, or is it between me, him, and God, and the 200 guests that we're expecting? And we had to sit back and be like, okay, well, are we getting married for us, or are we getting married for the world? Yeah. And what if the world never gets its things in order? Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So again, stop what you're doing. Make sure you subscribe, because this is a really juicy topic, and we really want to kind of dive into it.
All right. So I was just like, we could just go to the courthouse, because to be honest with you, I want to marry this beautiful woman, and I don't want to wait any longer because of everything going on, because you never know when it's going to be the perfect time to be able to have a exact wedding. So I've been saying we should just go to the courthouse and just tie the knot. But we both understood that we wanted to have our families and have people there and have a wedding. So that was our goal. And securing this house was also a priority to us. So, we had to I know one thing we had done was we focused on, all right, we're going to get the house. Yeah. Then we're going to get the wedding.
Absolutely.
So that was one of our things. So now that we got the house, we like, let's go ahead and tie that knot.
Really?
Tie that knot, beautiful lady.
I lost my train of thought just now. I'm trying to think what I was thinking about.
So, our basis of today's topic is, why do you even want to get married in the first place? When everything happened, a lot of, buzz going around was, well, that's God saying y'all need to, figure out if y'all want to get married or not.
Yeah, and it was like, oh, God just gave you a pass. Yep. If you were supposed to get married and COVID-19 hit, maybe that's the reason that you should have second thoughts. Social media always has a little crazy spin on everything. Yeah.
So, we're pretty much asking y'all. So drop in a comment below, like,
what did you do?
Yeah, what did you do?
So when COVID-19 hit, Ansah Squad, or people that are not a part of Ansah Squad, whatever, drop in the comments right now. What did you do? Were you on the route to getting married when COVID-19 hit? Did you still get married? Yeah. Did you postpone things? or did you find an alternative that just worked best for you and your partner? Drop in the comments, because we are super interested in understanding how you maneuvered through this crazy situation that the world is going through right now. But more importantly, it was so important for us to sit down and think, okay, well, COVID-19 is going on right now. We can't have a wedding. But aren't we still living as if we are married?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? We're already cohabitating. You know, and I know with a lot of people that's not really allowed as Christians, but we are. You know, are you fornicating? Are you having sex? That's important, you know? And do you really see yourself with this person for the rest of your life? I know I do. So that's why I was like, okay, well, is a wedding really that important right now?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And then, like James said, why are you guys engaged to be married to begin with?
Yeah.
I know it's not just, well, for us, it's not just to have a big lavish wedding. It's so that we can have our relationship ordained
and
by God.
Sanctified by God, you know. That's true. I mean, you know, we're not officially married, but, you know, officially being married kind of has that, you know, that
blessing.
Not that blessing.
Yeah.
That bow tie seal from God, you know, all right, we're a one together union, and, you know, we plan on, you know, creating a family, building a family under God. So yeah, that's honestly, you know, why we want to really get married, and why it's important to us to get married. Not just so, you know, we can please family, or because, you know, the family's always gonna be like, when's the wedding, y'all?
Yeah.
When the kids? You ain't even got
Oh
married.
my God, yes. If you leave it to family and friends, they are the ultimate pressure suppliers on earth.
But honestly, that means that they love us and they love our union.
They do,
you know,
or they want to come for the free food and the free drinks.
That too. Because there's a lot of families that struggle with, you know, other one in-law not wanting them to get married and stuff.
Yeah.
I thank God that's not the case with us.
Yeah, we are so blessed to have such a beautiful family. Like his family and my family, they just mesh perfectly, which is rare. And another important thing that we asked ourselves was, you know, as we're going through COVID-19 and things are absolutely bananas, they're currently working on a vaccine right now. So there hasn't even been a resolution to this problem that we're dealing with.
Yeah.
So when they do get a vaccine, then they're going to have to administer it. So you still may not be able to have a wedding possibly this year, may not even next year.
Yeah.
So then you ask yourself, it's like, okay, am I waiting on the world?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is my wedding dependent upon the world getting its together?
Yeah. I mean, because you never know, honestly. You never know how long this process is going to drag out. And, you know, that's just not the only thing that we're dealing with nowadays, you know, with social injustice as well, too. That has got to stop, you know, with everything going on with George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery. You know, we stand strongly on equality and, you know, justice being served. So with that, and then, you know, we have COVID-19, you just got a lot of things going on in the world right now.
It almost feels as if it's like the end of times. But we're going to say that for another episode.
Yeah.
It always feels like that. But I mean, it's just sometimes when things hit rock bottom, you're like, oh my God, this world is so awful. This world is so crazy.
Yeah.
But
you just got to sometimes find some type of light in all the darkness.
Yeah, and if that's your companion, and if that's your partner, if that's your ride or die, if that's your helpmate, then maybe you need to ask yourself, do I really need to allow the ways of the world and the things that are going on right now stop me from blessing my union?
Yeah, because there's definitely a blessing when you know, in the Bible it says, he who finds a wife has found a good thing.
Amen.
And, you know.
Amen.
I know I found me a good thing. But
silly.
Yeah, that's on to that topic. You know, just marriage is just the beginning of a journey. You know, it's not like the destination. I hear a lot of people feeling like marriage is gonna be like the final stop, and that's just the beginning. You know, you still are kind of have a long journey ahead where you know you gotta build, you gotta know each other a little bit more. You gotta, you know, go through certain things together, and you know, you just got to make sure you have the right one beside you when you're doing that, because you know, that's just what, you know, it takes two people that are on the same page, not somebody that's, you know, not really trying to do it, and then somebody that is trying to do it, because then you'll just have a situation where, you know, it just won't really end up well.
Yeah.
And, you know, with currently in the world stats today, it says 50% of people, you know, that get married end up divorced. 50% of Christian marriages also end up in divorce.
Wow.
So it's like you got a 50-50 shot at, you know, is this gonna work out or is this not?
Yeah.
And that's a scary thing to think about.
I think my personal recommendation on that, and this may be for couples that are out there and they're like, oh, well, you know, our wedding got, you know, canceled or whatever. Maybe you should take this time to get premarital counseling.
Yeah.
I know that was something that revealed a lot for me and James. It's just, you know, partnering with our church and going through premarital counseling and really peeling back the layers of the understanding of marriage and you know, his background and my background, and why is it that we want to get married, and what's expected of a marriage, and this whole idea of expectations. So maybe that's something that you should look into if you do have a lot of time on your hands, and you're like, oh, okay, well, my wedding is going to be pushed back or postponed. I'm not sure if I want to get married just right now. Another thing is that if you're having issues, they're not gonna go away immediately because you're getting married. Look at us talking like we already married.
Yeah, I mean, you telling the truth though, because I mean, this is things that we're gonna deal with as well.
Yeah.
Like she was saying, I mean, premarital counseling is, you know, that's critical. I think even if you don't have time on your hands, that is something you have to do. I mean, whether or not COVID-19 has slowed it down,
absolutely.
I feel like that is still critical to do
100%.
to get done. But yeah, I mean, like, marriage, just like from what I hear, because you know, I'm around a lot of older people, so from what I hear, you know,
you're
marriage,
very wise, baby.
And well, you know, I just try to soak up as much game as possible, but marriage just kind of amplifies whatever issues you're dealing with now. So if you're in a marriage and you're dealing with certain issues, the marriage is just going to be like, you know,
on 10.
Yeah.
So as we wrap things up, we want you to, again, just kind of sit down with your partner and ask them, what are my reasons for wanting to get married? You know, are you the person that I want to spend the rest of my life with? Are we really waiting? Are we waiting on the world? You know, are we going to be okay if things are not back to normal within the next year or so?
Yeah.
You know, and another thing that you guys should look into is alternatives. Would it be okay if you guys were to get married now, maybe have a small ceremony, maybe or 10 or so people, and then maybe have a good later. Reception later?
Yeah.
Or could you guys, you know, like James said, go to the courthouse and you know, maybe
just
maybe not have a large reception and save your money. Maybe put it towards an investment or something that could benefit the both of you guys.
Or you could also have like a Facebook live wedding or a virtual wedding.
Yeah, a wedding webinar.
Yeah.
That's cute, right? Wedding webinar.
Okay.
Stay tuned for our wedding webinar.
That's one alternative.
ID number 123. Okay, I'm just kidding.
Also, guys, you know, put in the comments below what alternatives you guys are thinking of. You know,
because you never know when you may help somebody else's situation.
Yeah. So with that being said, guys, that wraps up this video. Make sure you subscribe.
Yes.
Make sure that you check out our previous videos. Make sure you stay tuned for our next videos. And we are signing out, guys. The Ansah's Uncut.